Hi, I'm Chelsea.
And I'm Julie.
We're moms and we're super basic. We've got our drinks and we're ready to chat. Cheers.
Cheers.
Today is Wednesday, July 8th, and we are ready to chat it up with tons of celeb gossip and our usual chat. So let's start off with what we're drinking. What do you got, Julie?
All right, so technically, I'm drinking Barefoot Moscato as per usual. But this weekend, I tried a Corona Refresca, and I wanted to report on that.
Okay. What is it? How were they?
So I
The
had,
ones that I have not tried yet.
okay, I only had the coconut, and I would say it's definitely like thicker and more juicy than White Claw.
Okay.
I didn't try one of the fruit flavors, so I was actually curious, but then I kind of just switched back to wine after one of those because they are kind of heavy.
Because it says spiked refresher, so it's not a seltzer,
Mm,
or is it?
well, what's refresher? Is
I
that
know it
seltzer?
said Corona spiked refresher. So is it a seltzer or is it like a flavored Corona
So I'm
beer?
gonna be 100% honest. I was pretty drunk by the time I tried it, so I think it was seltzery.
Okay, got it. So not 100% sure.
Not 100% sure. The person that gave me one had guava, and they liked that.
Okay.
So, I mean, I drink it again.
Okay. All right. Well, and you don't like beer, so that's saying something.
Right. Oh, no, it wasn't like beer at all.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
But it was carbonated.
Yeah, I think I remember some carbonation. Yeah.
Great. I
Well,
think
yes, it was
we're
carbonated.
still gonna have to try it for ourselves.
Yeah, so my review is really, I think I liked it.
Well, like you said, you're drinking your usual barefoot Moscato, and and I know you like Riesling too, but I like the sweet Riesling from Pacific Rim, which is what I have in my glass. They also make a dry Riesling, so when Kevin accidentally buys the dry Riesling, I'm like, I don't like that one, but this one I love. It's cheap, go-to, good Riesling.
I'm gonna have to try that. I do like a good Riesling too.
Yeah.
Okay, so how are you doing?
Um, So I have poison sumac on my arms and my legs. It's
How did you get
awful.
that?
So I weeded in our backyard weeks ago, weeks ago. And it started with just like two little bumps right here. And it like didn't look like anything major. And then over the past, like with like the last week especially, it started coming out of my legs. So it's all over my legs, all over both of my arms. And it's so itchy. So I know you know, but last summer I had shingles after I had Ryan. So initially I was like panicking that it was shingles again because they said it can come back. And I was like, oh my God. And then it spread to the other side of my body. So I know it's not shingles. And
Mhm.
Kevin was like, well, you probably have sumac from doing those weeds at the back, which I had done them because he gets it so bad. And I was like,
Mhm.
I've never had it before.
Why
I'll
not try?
not realizing apparently I do get it bad, but I've just never gotten it before. So I'm hoping that it gets better. But I'm using some of the cream I have from when I had shingles on it, so that helps.
So two quick things about that. One time I got poison ivy in like the hottest part of a July, and it was on my legs, and it just kept getting like higher and higher up my legs. And
Yeah.
it was the most miserable thing ever because we didn't have central air in that house, and it was so hot, and it was getting incredibly close to my lady parts. Like I couldn't get it to stop. So it was terrible.
Yeah.
So I feel you. The
Yeah.
other thing I wanted to mention is that I remember when you had shingles thinking that you should write a blog post about how it's way more common in young people than people realize, because right before you had it, my husband also had it in his
Mhm.
30s.
Yeah.
And then in the same time that you had it, I like mentioned it to someone else, and they said that someone else they worked with had it who was also in their 30s. And I
Yeah.
think I remember you saying that it's really common in like new moms, right?
Yeah, they said, your immune system is shot, you just have given birth and everything like that. And so, with
Stress is high.
low immune system, high stress, like it's common, like those are two variables that you can get it in. So, I mean, you're just like, and I had the chicken pox already. So it's kind of lying dormant in your system. So, it's kind of like the perfect storm of things going on in your life. Then let's give you shingles.
Yeah.
But it really did affect, my breastfeeding plan because with the having it on my stomach, I couldn't have Ryan come into contact with me because of the medication I had to put on it. So it was really like that's why I really shifted more towards pumping,
Mhm.
during that time because I was like, well, I don't want to chance him having, some kind of reaction to this steroid cream that they give me for it. So yeah, oh my God, that was so awful. So this is not as bad as that, but it's pretty uncomfortable, I guess. But to go back to your thing from a few weeks ago, now I can't shave my legs because if you scratch, you can spread it. So like shaving my legs could spread it more.
Right.
Terrible.
Mhm.
So sorry, people that I'm hanging around. Don't look at my legs. Um, and you're miserable because you have your period.
Yeah, I've just been so miserable the past 2 days. I'm just crabby and uh, unamused.
Did you like have like crabbiness before you got it? Were you like PMSing
No,
bad?
no, I feel like I don't PMS that bad. It's more when I actually have it,
Okay.
because, especially in the summer, because we don't have air conditioning. It doesn't get that hot here.
Yeah.
It's still just like miserable being like hot and sweaty when you have your period.
Yeah.
And it's been abnormally heavy this time, if
Yeah.
you want the full details. Yeah, like too heavy to like even like swim with a tampon in kind of thing.
Awful.
And it was
Yeah.
like 90 the past 2 days. So
Do you feel like yours got different after you had Liam? Like, did it change? Because I've heard that after like the second child, it gets like all over the place. Like, did you experience that? Like,
um well, I only had one period between the two of them.
oh, that's true.
So
Okay.
I don't
What
really
about
know.
after Liam?
Initially, right after, because both of my boys were C-sections, I would have no indication that it was coming because I was still really like numb down there. So like no
Yeah.
cramping. So I'd just like go to the bathroom one day and be like, hello. Like I really had no clue what was coming. Yeah. And it went from initially after, it would just like come like that. Whereas it had always before been like spotting a little bit. Like day one was kind of heavy, and then 2 and 3 were super heavy. And then, 4 or 5, like back to like dwindling.
Yeah.
I'm back to that, but I would say for a good 2, maybe even 3 years after, it was like day one was just like,
Yeah. The floodgates
yeah,
open.
yeah,
My problem is like, so I got mine early and my cycle's just been getting shorter and shorter and shorter. I'm now in 22-day cycles. Like
yeah.
it's awful. I'm like, I've never had this problem before. And I've heard from a few other people, like after you have a baby, it just kind of changes everything. Not necessarily goes back to normal. So I'm like, well, this freaking sucks. Like, especially when you're not expecting it. Like you said, it just happens and you're like, oh, great. I didn't plan my week around this like I need to, but so yeah, I feel you there. But we're getting real tonight.
I know, so much personal information
Yeah.
there. That was only said
Disclaimer. Disclaimer.
two. All right. So, what do you think about this one? Is this serious?
I mean, okay, so I've seen some other stuff about this, like, and yeah, he hasn't done any paperwork. Like, does he know that you can't just tweet it and then it's like real?
Right. Well, that's like the one meme where it says that Kanye announcing by tweet that he's running for president is like Michael Scott yelling bankruptcy or I'm
Yeah.
bankrupt.
And yeah, I feel like this is like a repeat. Like Kim's like, I did not sign up for this. Like, not trying to be the first lady. Um, but
I
like,
just
what
wish
party would he even run for? What would
well,
he
he'd
be?
be independent at this point, right? Because both
Yeah, but
parties have their nomination.
because I feel like he jumped from Democrat to Republican in the past few years. I was trying to look stuff up. I just ran out of time about like his political history. But
I heard there's some people that think that the whole Trump thing has been like a farce from the beginning, like him supporting Trump. Um,
yeah,
he apparently said in at like a 2015 interview or award acceptance or something that he was going to run for president in 2020.
he
I
did. That's
think
why
it
I'm
was
not
a
that
joke.
surprised as this at this. But I feel like it's more just for publicity. It's not going to
Yeah.
fall.
No, I don't think so either. But I so wish that being the president of the United States was not a joke.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
we're at the point where it's a joke. All right.
However, I do have one celebrity that I would totally vote for if they ran for president. Do you?
No, because I don't think it should be a celebrity. I don't think it should be a public figure. I think the president should be somebody we've never heard of that's really good at knowing stuff and leading.
You have to think of one celebrity. Like
One celebrity.
I have mine because I thought I saw like so much stuff last night, and I was like, this person needs to be president. They're level-headed,
All right.
like Tom Hanks.
Oh, but does he like actually know enough about like foreign policy, for instance?
Oh, I'm not sure, but and
Right.
that's probably how we're in this mess that we're in right now. But um,
Yeah, I'd like people to not vote based on like a joke. That'd be cool.
can you think of like the ballot currently?
What was
Trump.
that?
If Kanye follows through and gets on the independent ballot, for instance, Trump, Kanye, Joe Biden, like what the fuck?
I know. I saw the meme. I couldn't find it this one. So, do you watch Patriot Act with Hassan Minaj?
No.
No, I love it. But he did an episode recently about ranked choice voting because it would be kind of more fair. Like it would be more of a representation of like what people wanted.
Okay.
And I saw someone post the other day that if there was ranked choice voting, Kanye would still probably be their number two. I was like, oh
Oh
my
my God.
God. Like that's where we're at. Kanye might actually be people's second option.
That's what I thought. Like, who would vote for him? And would it be just as a joke? You know?
Yeah, well, and that's what they were saying on some of the podcasts I was listening to today is that people are going to vote for him now. They're going to write him in, whether or not
Yeah.
he's on ballots, just
Sure.
because as a joke. That's what I mean. Can this not be a joke? Can,
Yeah.
can the
Yeah.
presidential election be serious?
Yeah. Because there's a lot of things that are in this person's power that can really mess shit up.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Prime example.
All right.
Moving on.
Speaking of messed up.
What is going on with Britney Spears? I've been following it for a couple weeks now.
Okay, fill me in because I am not. I have no idea.
All right, so she's done these kind of like catwalk videos in her Instagram posts for a while, like pre-pandemic and quarantine, everything like that. But this is just like screenshots of like one of her videos of like her just dancing. Like she just comes on and dances.
Is it
Like
good dancing?
it's Britney Spears dancing.
Okay.
Like a lot of like
A lot
pop
like throwing
rocking
your head
kind of.
around. Yeah.
Yeah. But some of the videos get even stranger. Like Britney Spears dancing is one thing, right? she does some workout videos. Like today she posted like a yoga video on the beach, which like didn't look so much like yoga except her just gyrating all over the place. But um one video which people are like, okay, she's like seriously having like a manic episode, like she's so high and like she had like flowers and she was just standing in the left and then standing to the right and then walking to the left, and her teeth, like her, she has like a gap in her teeth now, so I don't know what happened with that. She's like really high pitched, like I don't even look at her Instagram.
Okay, well,
because it's like an accident. You just can't look away.
it's something special.
Yeah, it's, but I don't know what's going on with her. I'm a little scared. I think she's having another breakdown.
I saw
Which
a meme the other day, and it
I
did
really want to blame her. Blame her.
her, along with the rest of the world,
Yeah.
having a breakdown in
Yeah.
2020. I did see a meme the other day that and it made me click to her profile, but I didn't watch videos. I was just kind of like, well, nothing looks that odd. I just did like a quick scan of
Yeah.
the squares. But it said, I don't know what's going on in 2020, but I think the key to it's hidden in Britney's Instagram.
Yes. If we do just decipher what she's trying to tell us, figure it all out. And
Yeah.
I'm starting to, if that's a conspiracy theory, I'm getting behind that one.
Okay, tell me about this, because I also did not know about this story.
Okay, so Maren Morris is a country singer, right? So she posted a picture on her Twitter account of her with her baby on a float, and she's got a drink, right?
Okay.
People lost their minds. Where is the baby's life vest? What are you doing? Why would you put your baby in a float, like in the water without protection? Like, and you're drinking. So it's like, what the heck? So then like her husband actually like came on and was like, commented on it all. It was like, I don't typically feel like I need to stand up for her, but like this is just ridiculous. We were in 1 foot of water. Like,
That's what I was going to say. It doesn't look deep.
yeah, it was a picture, like, and
So
she kept,
clearly there's someone else standing right there.
yeah. They were like, he's like, there were 5 people standing around to take a picture. Like, they did not lay in this float for hours on end. Like, this was clearly just a photo op, and they had matching bathing suits on. So it was like, but like the mommy shamers came out so
As
hard.
they do.
And I just feel bad like that celebrities are kind of, exposed to this more than any of us, like if I put a picture up like that, people would be like, oh my God, Ryan's so cute. Like they wouldn't be shaming me for being on a float with a drink and a baby.
Right. And that's interesting. And so there might be people that would think it, right? Like,
Yeah.
she's drinking around her baby, or
Yeah.
that baby should have a life vest on, or whatever. But you're right, with a celebrity, there's almost this like separation where you feel like you can voice that.
Yeah. Yeah. Like your opinions are valid because.
Or like they're not real people with real feelings.
Yeah.
Like, no one would say that to you because it would hurt your feelings. They might like message you and question it, but they're not going to post it. But
and my responsibility to be them on a float with a baby and a drink.
I know, right? No, I mean, when I did see the picture, I was kind of like, he should have a life vest on. But then, like, the reality of it sunk in that, like, well, someone's taking the picture. They're in matching bathing suits. Like, this was
clearly a photo op.
Yeah. It's not like they're floating and you can tell they're like
away
from a boat or something. Yeah.
Plus, I mean, okay, I've had babies in life vests, like when we go out on my dad's boat.
Oh, and it's terrible. Yeah.
Like, it's terrible. So if you're in 1 foot of water on a float, I'm not having my baby in a life vest.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry,
Baby's not on the float by himself. Like.
Yeah, exactly. So.
Yeah. Okay, so we did not have any new blog posts this week with the long holiday weekend. We just like took off Friday, Monday, but we do have something exciting coming tomorrow on Instagram. Well, actually today. So by the time you're watching this, There will be an Instagram post that explains all of this. So I guess I can say it. We're participating in a giveaway, and the giveaway it's with 8 other mom blogs. There are, I want to say, I thought there were, I guess there's 7, 7 books. A really nice wooden puzzle of the world, and some wooden peg figures.
Mhm.
So it's a really cool giveaway, and we'll tag it up so you can enter. It's going to run from the 8th to the 10th of July, and you can get all of this for free, shipped right to your doorstep.
Awesome.
One
What
person.
do they have to do?
A lot of things on Instagram that the Instagram post will explain.
Gotcha. So check out our Instagram on Wednesday to July 8th to
The
see
10th.
what.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. So what are you watching?
Okay,
You and
so
everyone else.
yes, me and the rest of the world are watching Hamilton on Disney Plus. So we started it last night. So that took us 45 minutes in because it is 2.5 hours, or like 2 hours and 15 minutes or something. Yeah. So, but if you think about it, like Broadway play, they usually do like an hour intermission, then another hour. So, not surprised really by the length. So far, it's amazing. And like, I'm not just saying that because it's Hamilton. Like, when you think about everything that goes into it and how he like had to kind of like turn history into a rap and then incorporate the set and stage design and the dancing and just like the casting, like they have like this like rotating stage. So there's some scenes where it's like the center is rotating around and the outside is, so it's just like so cool. And yeah, I love it so far. A really diverse cast, which is just awesome to see. And because, it could have just been a whole bunch of white guys.
Just like the real story.
Yeah, exactly. And I
Yeah.
love that he didn't like just follow suit with that.
Mhm.
So it's, yeah, so far like the singing and the dancing and just the set and everything, like it's so good so far. So I'm really excited to finish watching that, or to continue watching that tonight and hopefully finish watching it the next night. um but yeah, like it took him 10 years to make the whole
Oh,
play and finalize it all. So like, but when you watch it, you're like, okay, it makes sense because it's so detailed, and like the music and like everything's a rap basically, is like just history pouring on in. So it's really good. I like it.
so that's on our list for this weekend. I'm gonna watch it with the kids.
Yeah.
And they go to bed too early on weeknights. So we're gonna try that probably on Friday. They don't know it yet. But I'm excited because I really I don't know much about it. I haven't heard much of the soundtrack. I mean,
Mhm.
obviously I know the story that it's based on, but
Yeah.
I'm pretty pumped. And I keep hearing people that were like not anti-Hamilton, but like just kind of like, well, what's the hype about? And they're all saying that they love it. So
Yeah. Yeah. It's really good. I don't know if the boys will be able to follow it as much because of like the rapping. Like sometimes like I had to like really closely listen. Um,
yeah,
but I think they'll definitely like the dancing
the
and just the
dancing.
use
That's
of
what I was
that
figuring.
and props and everything. So
Okay, so over here, my husband found this show with the kids on Netflix called Crazy Delicious, and it's really like I'm such a nerd bomb for this show right now. So it's a cooking competition,
okay.
and they have to reimagine foods in a new way. And so, like, let me think of one. They had pizza, right? So the 2 contestants, one of them made a volcano.
Okay.
He made little balls of pizza. He put black food coloring in it, in the dough, rolled out the dough into little things, stuffed it with cheese and pepperoni, build it up like a volcano, put marinara at the top, and then they would like dip it and eat it. The other person made a pizza cake. So she did kind of like dough in a bundt cake, then like the pizza fillings, then more dough, baked it, flipped it out, covered it in cheese sauce. So they have to like make it something different. The coolest one I've seen so far was barbecue. They had to have like a barbecue feast.
Okay.
Dude, peels a not a pineapple, sorry, watermelon, but like leaves the white rind on,
Uh-huh.
paints it like with food coloring so that it looks like the outside of a ham,
Okay.
covers it with like barbecue sauce and smoked it, then
Huh.
sliced it like ham. And they were like going bonkers for how good this tasted,
What?
right?
Did the watermelon like split when it cut or no
No,
because it was smoked?
I don't know how he did it, but it didn't, when he sliced it, it was soft-ish.
Huh.
I don't know how else to explain that, but they said it was like phenomenal.
Hmm. Interesting.
Spoiler alert, he won
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
episode. But it's kind of like a Chopped or something like that where there's a couple rounds, people get eliminated each round and it's different people every episode.
Yeah. We might have to check that out because Kevin loves cooking shows and he loves competition cooking shows.
And it's
But
like bonkers weird stuff. I think it's British. Everyone on it is British, like all the contestants, the host, and two of the judges. But one of the judges is Carla Hall, who was on The Chew. Did you ever watch The Chew?
yeah. Mhm.
Yeah, she was the other woman other than Daphne Oz. So she's on that. She's the only American though. So I think it might be a British show.
Okay. Alrighty. And what's Unsolved Mysteries?
What do you mean, what's Unsolved Mysteries? So they rebooted Unsolved Mysteries from the 90s.
Wait, is this where they like do like really bad video recreations of crimes?
Wait, did you not watch Unsolved Mysteries constantly as a child?
When did it come out? Because probably no, if it came out when I was too young. My mom
It
didn't
was
let us watch
on forever, like years,
it. It sounds familiar, but
with like Robert Stack. The Chelsea, what is wrong with you? Do you know who Robert Stack is?
no.
Oh
No,
my
that
god.
no. How does the theme music go? I feel like I do know, but it's
That's not really accurate. I can't do it. Oh my
wait,
gosh.
did they have video recreations of
Yeah,
crime?
they would recreate. So, okay. The original. I'm sorry. Liam heard me do that, which it did sound much more like Batman than Unsolved Mysteries. He just yelled Batman. Um, the original had multiple mysteries per episode. And yes, they did like dramatic recreations that were corny AF. And the reboot that's on now has one mystery per episode,
Okay.
as opposed to like 3 or 4 per episode.
I think maybe I have, but I'm confusing it with like more like crime shows that did really bad recreations.
Oh, so if I remember correct, when this direct aired, before it was in like syndication, which then it was in syndication on like Fox forever, I think.
Okay.
I think it aired on Wednesday nights at 8.
But what year are we talking here?
90s, like grade school.
Yeah, I don't think my parents let me watch Unsolved Mysteries in grade school.
Oh no. Just
No.
fine. But seriously, the second the theme song came on, like the feeling in my chest, I was like, oh my gosh, this is where all of my anxiety has come from. Like it all makes sense now.
So what type of mysteries have you watched so far?
Okay, so I've watched 4 episodes so far. I'm not gonna lie, episode 4, no, 3, I think it was all in French, and I was not prepared to read subtitles last night, so I was not
Is
pleased
that
about that one.
normal? Are they all in different languages or no?
No, it's normally English, but that was a French mystery. It was pretty interesting. When I looked this up just to pull the image for
Mhm.
this, they already are getting tips about cases, and it just came out on July 1st, the new season.
Oh,
The,
wow. So is
so
it
the,
like cold cases?
yeah, like unsolved, so they're not
Yeah.
solved. But yeah, most of them are old. They're not newer cases.
Okay.
Yeah, one was the very first one was this guy where there's some debate as to whether he committed suicide or there was foul play. The family thinks
Uh-huh.
it was foul play. The police classified it as suicide. The coroner refused to say that it was suicide because she said there were injuries that were inconsistent with suicide. So, yeah, there were people that were like phoning in tips already on that one, and I think the French one that I mentioned, the
So
French one
did
was
they
this
solve
like,
cases?
what was that?
Are they solving the cases or no?
I mean, I think that's the end goal. So when the original show was on, yeah, it was like a lot of times it was like FBI most wanted cases.
Yeah.
They put up like
Okay.
this sketch of the person and they were looking for people to phone in tips
Okay.
to help solve. Maybe you can solve a crime or solve a mystery or something
I
like
feel like I remember that, like that at the end
that. He
of a
had
show.
like a really deep voice, the guy.
I'm
No?
gonna have to check it out and get back to you.
Okay. Worth
Maybe
it.
it will, like,
Watch
I'll have like a memory pulled and then I'll be like, oh yes.
it. Okay, so I cooked nothing since we talked last. So we made like a quick trip. We were gone. We left Friday, gone Saturday, came back very late at night, Sunday, like 10 o'clock at night. So, like Wednesday, Thursday, I was just trying to use up everything in the fridge.
Yeah.
And then we just went food shopping today. So I have not cooked anything.
Um, I made this one tonight and it was delicious.
Looks good.
It's like a pineapple Hawaiian chicken. So it's like a marinade that you make yourself. It's kind of like a barbecue-y, but more like a garlic barbecue, I guess, sauce.
Mhm.
So it's got honey and brown sugar and ketchup and soy sauce, um, garlic, and you like just blend it up and then just put your chicken in with the marinade, let it sit for at least half an hour, and then get your pineapple rings and grill those too. So this, like, the chicken was so flavorful, but then they also suggest that you pair it with jasmine rice with coconut milk. So good. And you can top it with a little bit of parsley, which I happen to have because we got our herb garden. So I was like, ooh, I actually don't have to buy herbs. I have them.
So did you actually do the rice with coconut?
Yeah, yeah, it was really good.
That's
Um,
really good.
Ryan was like eating it up. So, um,
That's what when people do like mango with rice, they do the rice, they cook the rice in coconut milk, right?
yeah, yeah, it didn't, it's like you don't taste the coconut right away. It's more of like an aftertaste.
Hmm.
Um, but this one I would definitely suggest. So we'll link it up for you. It's from Joyous Apron. I've just been trying to get like summer recipes. I pulled them off of Pinterest. So this was one that I found from that website and highly recommend. It was delicious and just the taste and flavor were delightful.
I love grilled pineapple, and I think the best way I've ever had it, it was like mind blowing.
Mhm.
Someone made burgers at a barbecue we were at one time, and I believe they put Swiss cheese on the cheeseburgers and then topped them with grilled pineapple rings.
Ooh.
It was really good.
Yeah, I mean, we always do like grilled pineapple with chicken, like when we do our skewers or this now. But love some pineapple during summertime.
So I've got nothing cute to report because I've just been crabby AF for 2 days. And I'm sure they've done cute things in the days leading up and probably even yesterday and today, but too annoyed.
Yeah. Um, so I don't have a picture or a video of this, but Jackson's new thing is kind of just like here. He like throws his hands up and just was like, I don't know. But we were at the beach for this past week, and the ice cream man comes and they're ringing the bell. And he was like, we were like, oh, well, we can't because we don't have any cash with us. And he was like, starts checking his pockets in his bathing suit. He has one pocket in his bathing suit. And he was like, I don't got any money. And I'm like, well, one, why did you think that you had money in your pocket? Like, two, how did you think the money got there? Like, does it just magically or I'm in your pocket. And then he was like, I know, I can use pretend money for the ice cream man. And we're like, and then what
Uh,
would you do? He goes, pretend ice cream? And we're like, no, not how it works, buddy. But it was just his new thing of,
Poor guy. I wonder how many 3-year-olds have like tried to pay for ice cream on the beach with shells.
yeah, it's like, there you go.
So cute. Okay, meme time. What's your favorite meme this week?
I feel like you could really identify with this one with me. Having curly hair is confusing because people are always like, is that your natural hair? You should wear it like that more often. And I got to be like, well, yeah, but it's never dried the same way twice in my entire life. So that's definitely not an option because that happens all the time. I'm like, yeah, it looks good right now, but I've never seen it dry this way before.
Right, right. Or like you'll be like, oh my gosh, last week it looked so good when I did this. I'm going to do the exact same thing today. And then it looks nothing like it did last week.
Hair, like I look like a frizzy, nasty, curly haired person.
Exactly. Okay,
You
my
are,
favorite meme of the week just says 2020 commemorative candle, and it's a dumpster with a candle inside because let's be real, 2020 is just a straight up dumpster fire,
yes, this is
especially if Kanye becomes president.
on point.
All right, so last up, what we bought. Let me jump in here because I have the wizard kit up again, which we bought last week, but it
Yeah,
came in the meantime. And I
yeah.
just wanted to report that it's awesome.
Okay, good quality.
I mean, it's not great quality. It is from Oriental Trading, which I feel like is trying to rebrand itself because now their URL has like a different word before it. Maybe they finally realized that was like not culturally sensitive. Um, but what's really cool about it, first of all, order it. Second, read the instructions, which I did not do.
Okay.
Um, so it comes with, you get this like the bigger book looking thing and one package, right? And then it had this other section that said that it was for parents to open after midnight. But I hadn't read the box or the instructions when I read it. I just saw this picture with all the cool stuff in it. It was like, oh, that's a cool kit. Let's get that. So when it got delivered, I opened it right in front of Liam. So then I was like, all right, we'll open everything. Well, it's actually really cool. So every day for 7 days, there's a package that you're supposed to open and put inside the big book when they're sleeping. And then they would wake up and they'd have this new like thing to figure out and put
Okay.
together. So it's really cool. It should last you 7 days, unlike us where we did it all in 5 minutes. But yeah, it was really neat. If your kids, I feel like they'd need to be a little older than mine. Um, he's bringing it over now. He heard me talking about it.
Ooh,
This is Liam's wizard kit. He got to decorate it himself, and this is his wand.
how cute.
You're supposed to be in bed, mister. No, we're not going to take out every part of it. Oh, spell book too. Okay.
Okay. Because he
Thank
can't
you.
see spells.
You also get crystals at the seventh step.
Yes, at the 7th step, you got crystals. All right, back to bed.
Ooh, okay. What kind
Okay,
of spells are in that book?
he can't read them. They're all Latin words.
Oh, okay. All right. Maybe when he's in high school.
All right, thank you, buddy. So anyway, it could be really fun and really cool.
Okay.
You read the directions and do it correctly. And I would also say he's 6. It would probably really need to be for like an 8 to 10-year-old. Even if I had done it correctly, he would never have been able to like read the stuff and do the stuff on his own.
Okay. Gotcha. Cool. So if you have some Harry Potter or magic fans, then it's a good match.
Yeah, perfect. Hmm.
Okay. Nice. I've gotten more self-care kind of stuff because I have started my own nail salon in my home for myself. I'm moving on to doing pedicures. So I wanted to get like the stuff to like scrub the bottom of your feet. You know, like when your heels get all nasty and you like want to get that scrubbed off. So I went onto Amazon per usual, and was like, okay, oh, they have a whole kit that I can get for a pedicure. Like, sure, that works. So ordered that, came today. I think I'm going to do my pedicure tomorrow night. I got some foot scrub and some callus remover. So I just like got everything. I got those scrub things that they use on you. So I just got everything. It arrived in a day from Amazon. So easy, and then my feet will be feeling nice and soft again.
Awesome. I want to report next week on how the pedicure went.
I was thinking that I probably should do a blog post on at-home nail stuff because I've been doing dip manicures.
I've been getting so many like questions about the manicure. Yeah.
So I'm probably going to do a post with like mani-pedi at-home stuff since quarantine, because I've gotten some products that I love and some that I'm like, yeah, that I would definitely recommend for that. And then I got my sunscreen. I'm a huge Supergoop fan. And I've ordered their new glow screen, which is like a face sunscreen that gives you a little bit of a glow, but really good for your skin, because I've been using just like the regular like spray bottle sunscreen on my face, and I feel like it's been breaking me out. So I got this. It will be here in a couple days, so I can talk all about that next week too.
Is Supergoop related to Goop? Or no, two totally separate companies?
Not positive. Possibly.
Interesting. All right.
Alrighty. Well, thanks for joining us for another week of Mom Chats. We hope you'd enjoyed all of our rants and ramblings, and join us next week for whatever's going on in the world. See ya.
Bye.